Where'd you park the DeLorean?
I hid it in the DeSoto lot. Nobody's buying cars these days, so it should be safe in there.
Hey, who did burn down Tannen's original speakeasy anyway?
I still don't know. I'd really like to find out before we go home.
I never did get a straight answer about why you came back to 1931 in the first place.
It's, personal. When this is over, I'll tell you all about it.
I'm gonna hold you to that, you know. Why are Tannens always such jerks, anyway?
It's hard to say. Rogue Neanderthal genes in their DNA, perhaps.
Can you explain all this? I'm confused.
It's very simple. In the original timeline, Timeline A, the speakeasy arsonist was never caught, creating one of Hill Valley's enduring historical mysteries.
Okay.
When I traveled back to 1931, I created Timeline B, in which I was misidentified as the arsonist and subsequently killed by Kit Tannen's goons. Einstein came with me, and somehow he ended up in the DeLorean when its fail-safe mechanism triggered, sending it back to 1986.
Which is where I came in.
Precisely. You traveled back to June 14th, 1931, creating Timeline C, a world in which Carl Sagan wasn't rubbed out by Kit Tannen. But Arthur McFly was served with a subpoena.
And shot by Kit Tannen's goons.
Yes, so you jumped back in time 6 hours, creating Timeline D, saving your grandfather's life, but somehow preventing Kit Tannen from meeting his date with justice.
Which is why the Tannens were so powerful when we jumped back to 86.
Uh-huh. So now we've returned to August of 1931, creating Timeline E, in which, fingers crossed, we'll send Tannen to prison where he belongs. Got it?
Sure.
Good.
One question.
What?
Can you explain all this? I'm confused. I'm still a little confused by all this time travel.
Don't worry about temporal mechanics. Just focus on Miss Trotter and Officer Parker.
Just keep your head low, Doc. I'll be back soon.
I'll keep an eye out for your grandfather.
Don't worry, Emmett. I'm sure you'll get it right someday.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. Right now, I'm more concerned with Einstein.
Why don't you take a break from Einstein Patrol for a minute? Maybe go see a movie or something.
Thanks for the offer, Mike. But once Emmett Lathrop Brown sets his mind on a task, nothing can distract him from his purpose. And right now, that purpose is rescuing your dog.
What went wrong with your rocket car?
I'm not entirely sure. As soon as we get Einstein down, I'm gonna go look for it.
Why don't you go look for your car now?
And leave Einie stuck on a ledge? Never! Dogs are much more important than any silly rocket car. Especially one that doesn't work at all.
What's up with you and Edna? A couple months ago, I could swear she was making goo-goo eyes at you.
That was before my father had her stay-sober society meeting thrown out of our house. Now she takes every opportunity she can get to snipe at me and my work. It's very distracting.
Do you know anything about Officer Danny Parker?
My pop says he's a good cop when he's not drinking.
Good.
Of course, now I hear he drinks all the time.
Do you know anything about Officer Danny Parker?
My pop says he's a good cop when he's not drinking.
Good.
Of course, now I hear he drinks all the time.
You know anything about Trixie Trotter?
The songbird of the Sierras? The nightingale of the north? The floozy of the foothills? Never heard of her. And I've definitely never snuck into Tannen's speakeasy to listen to her.
Have you seen that Frankenstein movie yet? I hear it's pretty inspirational.
Not yet. I've been so busy with my rocket car that I haven't found the time. But I'm planning on going tonight. At least I will once I get Einstein down.
Well, I'll go off and see if I can get some help.
You do that. I'll stay here and see if I can think of a way to get Einie off that ledge.
This is no time for word games. Damn it. Need a light?
Turn that thing off. I've been distilling Tannen's hooch into rocket fuel all afternoon. One stray match could light me up like a Roman candle.
The only thing I want to break this bottle on is one of those goons' heads. Nah. Want a light?
I don't smoke, and even if I did, I certainly wouldn't employ such a garish lighter.
Want a light?
I don't smoke, and even if I did, I certainly wouldn't employ such a garish lighter.
Who sent you?
Ulysses S. Grant.
What did you bring me?
Meat and potatoes.
What's the word?
Words are for wimps.
Who is the king of Siam?
The old gray mare?
Take a hike, Squirt. Who said you were worthy?
Hieronymus Bosch?
Who died and made you boss?
Boss Hogg?
What will you do if I break your leg?
Radio for help?
Who died and made you boss?
Boss Hogg?
What will you do if I break your leg?
Jump for joy?
Who gave you the right to knock on my door?
Boss Hogg?
Who told you to come here?
Joe Piscopo?
Who told you to come here?
Could you repeat that?
Who told you to come here?
Could you repeat that?
Who told you to come here?
Could you repeat that?
Who told you to come here?
Hieronymus Bosch?
What will you do if there's a raid?
Could you repeat that?
What will you do if there's a raid?
Wait till Wednesday?
Who gave you the right to knock on my door?
The old gray mare?
Who is the king of Siam?
Bruce Springsteen?
Who is the king of Siam?
Doris Day?
Who told you to come here?
Hieronymus Bosch?
What will you do if there's a raid?
Radio for help?
Where did you come from?
Hill Valley?
Who is the king of Siam?
Bruce Springsteen?
Who told you to come here?
Hieronymus Bosch?
What will you do tomorrow?
Wait till Wednesday?
Who died and made you boss?
Boss Hogg?
What will you do if I break your leg?
Lego your ego?
Where are you going?
Falcon Crest.
Who gave you the right to knock on my door?
Hieronymus Bosch?
Who gave you the right to knock on my door?
The old gray mare?
Who told you to come here?
Hieronymus Bosch?
What will you do tomorrow?
Jump for joy?
Who is the king of Siam?
Joe Piscopo?
Who died and made you boss?
Boss Hogg?
What will you do if I let you inside?
Sidle up to your boss?
Where did you come from?
From Russia. With love.
Welcome to El Kid, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to once again present the hottest little number this side of the Rockies. And when I say my pleasure, I think you'll know what I'm talking about, am I right? So let's have a big El Kid welcome for the one, the only, Trixie Trotter.